Hello guys, it's Jordan here, and I've got a question. A really cool question in fact. Thinking of upgrading to a better model keyboard. So, I've been thinking, which one of these is really cool? Bear in mind I've had a PSR 220 before. Should I get the PSR 330 or the PSR 230? I also have the PSR 520, 620, 4000 and 7000 to consider as well, if those keyboards are any good. Let's take a look at the PSR 220 for instance. Now with that you get 100 sounds, 100 rhythms and at least 16 songs. I think it's 100 sounds, I'm not sure, I haven't had the 220 for ages. The 230 is exactly the same, but you get music cartridges, and am I right in thinking that some rhythms sound different on the 230 than on the 220, or is it the 330? I'm never sure, but I've heard sounds from the 330 suggesting it's a good keyboard and it's a perfect upgrade from a 220, which I've had before. But I've been wanting the 220 for ages. But we're going to take a look at the stats of some of these keyboards. Well, to think about it, if you look at it this way, the PSR 220 and the PSR 330 contain pretty much the same sound samples. The drums are different though on each keyboard, and the PSR 330 has a few more drum kits. So it depends on the price too. And then, being the fact that they're entry-level keyboards and the ranges they belong to being manufactured in different years, like we have the PSR 220 and 230 which came out in 1996, believe it or not. Yeah, 1996. And then we have the PSR 330 which came out a year after, 1997. Now bear in mind that the PSR 195 has exactly the same styles as the PSR 330 and 220. Well, not all of the 220 styles, but all of the 330 styles. Well, most of them, apart from Cha-Cha. The only difference between it is, if you listen to one of the styles on the 195, you'll notice that the patterns don't change as such. I'll give you an example. Light rock ballad. Turn on computer. This is the pattern you're supposed to hear. And then when you change the pattern, it doesn't change. Now if you played that through your PSR 195, it would sound terrible, but if you played it for a 220 or a 230 or a 330, it would sound absolutely different because the pattern changes in which chords you create. And I like to create really cool patterns on keyboards. PSRE 413 changes patterns in certain sounds and rhythms. I was meant to say rhythms. So, judging by what you just heard, the PSR 195 is essentially crap and ugly. So, which of these keyboards will replace it? The PSR 220 or the PSR 330? There's also a PSR 230. Now I'm going to move on to the high-end keyboards which were in 1995, the PSR 520 and 620. The PSR 520 and 620 also include music cartridges, which make these two keyboards amazing. They both have the same styles as the PSR 220 near enough, and they have pattern change in their accompaniment, which is kind of nice. So depending on what chord you play, the patterns change. So say you have something like a light rock ballad, for instance, which if you played in a C chord, you would have C, E, G, G as the pattern in the second variation. If you was playing something like E, that's it, an F chord, it would be B, Yeah, the first one with B, C, and then F, F, or something like that. You get what the idea. Basically the notes change when you change chords, and you don't get the same pattern all the time. But on cheaper keyboards, they're just changed to like something. I can't explain it. They just change to. They have the same notes almost, but they don't. Not they have the same tune, but just shifted in pitch instead of having different patterns depending on the chord you played, which I think is really terrible given the PSR 195 is really cool, but at the same time stupid. I do want to consider the 620 because it's got some good drums. Now, bear in mind that the 620 is in fact a 1995 model, as is the 520. The 620 is also an arranger keyboard, but is it worth getting? Is it worth me having to look for the 620 or just settle on the cheaper 520? Do you guys think? And then you've got the PSR 4000 and 7000. Bear in mind I've not even heard styles properly from those keyboards yet, but judging by what I have heard on YouTube, these keyboards are quite fancy. They're arranger keyboards, probably made in like 1996 to 1997. We can see with the PSR 7000 that you've probably got a lot of features in there, and as far as I know, I think it can run on AA's, which is kind of nice, but is it worth it? So, what do you guys think? Let me know which keyboard I should get, and these are the following keyboards. Should I go back to getting the PSR 220? Get the awesome PSR 330? Carry on my nostalgia with the Yamaha PSR 230? Go blooming with the Yamaha PSR 520? Go awesome with the PSR 620, I should say, PSR 620? Go for silver with the Yamaha PSR 4000? Or go for gold with the Yamaha PSR 7000? Let me know which keyboard I should upgrade to next in the comments. And who knows, I'll be doing another review of it too. This is Jordan Libsy signing off, saying have a good day everyone.